Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you today. And as always, you can enjoy these programs on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's cable channel 18. And today we have with us Avery Land of Land's Properties. Yeah, I got it right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm actually Avery Campbell now.
That's right.
Yes.
You are. That's right.
Yes.
I keep forgetting that. Of course,
No, it's
had you
okay.
in school, so I just remember you.
Yes, that's fine.
But that's right, Avery Campbell. We'll get that right.
Yes.
The proud mother of a little baby boy, right?
Yes.
Yes. Well, Avery, it's good to have you today, and I appreciate you being with me. Let's give a little background on you first, and then we'll get into what you do.
Okay. So I was born and raised, around Dunlap, and my family has always had rental properties. So a little background is that I've been raised up in rentals. That's all I really know.
Yeah.
So it's a pride and joy that I have to be a part of our company now and to run the properties. So I enjoy it. I do it every day, and there's nothing I'd rather do.
Now, when talking about your properties, I know you have some rentals like in Alabama and
We do.
places like that along the shores,
Mm-hmm.
but you also have, don't you have rentals here as well?
Yes, we do. We have rentals in Dunlap and around the Sequatchie County area, and then we also have them in Orange Beach, Alabama. So yes, both properties are ours.
Orange Beach is pretty.
Yes,
a
it's
pretty,
beautiful.
It's a lovely place.
Yes.
And, I can't, and it's only been a city for about less than 30 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think so. And whenever, again, I was raised up going to Orange Beach, I loved it. It has grown a little bit since I was younger and I can remember, but we enjoy it, and every time we go, it's beautiful and it's great. So.
Yeah, and that's good. Well, I know probably with rental properties, there's always challenges from your point of view, because well, first of all, you want to rent.
Yes.
you want to get them rented, or you don't make money.
Yes.
And but then when you do rent, then sometimes you can run into problems with people that rent sometimes,
Right.
or things that come up like busted water heaters or whatever.
Yes. Yes.
And so how do you deal with that? Do you have many problems with that?
We don't have any problems with renters, honestly. We have a short application process that you go through. It just takes your name and your number, your address that you previously have lived at, what is your occupation. We do offer Section 8 housing throughout our valley, so that is something that we are proud to do. We love offering all kinds of different ways to rent from us. So you just fill out the application, and a part of the process is so that we do pick, make sure that you are a great candidate for our property. So we don't really run into any problems anymore with renters, so it is a blessed thing to have. We have really good renters right now. And then with hot water heaters, yes, occasionally it can happen.
Yeah.
We have over 50 in Dunlap. So
Really?
as you can imagine, there's something probably every other week. So, but it is, we have a great turnaround time. We have our workers that work tremendous hours throughout the week. They do work on Saturday and Sunday. We take pride in them. We love how they help us out whenever they can. So if a hot water heater busts, there's some other things, washer and dryer, if it's provided, it may start leaking or it may go down. Dishwasher, etc., and we try to fix that within the 24 to 48 hour time period. So we get on it really quickly and we fix it. So.
Right, because a lot of times, depending on what day, if it's a Sunday, then you're limited as to where you can go and get your supplies.
We are.
Because most places around here are closed on Sundays.
Yes.
So you have to travel a little further to get those supplies, and it takes more time.
Yes, it does take more time. And especially if it happens like a late Friday afternoon, there's not a lot of places open on like Saturday and Sunday, like you said. So we'll send out our workers that are available, and if it is a water leak, we'll have them cut off the water for a short period of time. We'll offer the renter somewhere else to go take a shower, use the restroom, etc. And then hopefully Monday morning we can get it back working for them.
Oh, that's good that you offer that service for
Yes.
your customers that way.
Yes.
And well, I know probably with the economy now, the way things have just, the prices of everything has gone up.
Yes.
And I'm sure that's affected y'all because you can't just eat the cost always.
No, we can't.
I mean, things cost.
Yes, everything costs money.
And so even like with the water heater, a new water heater's $500 probably, right around that, or some more and some less. And then when you get into supplies, I know I had some work done at the house this summer, and had to have some electrical work done. And the electrician said, "Hey, what used to cost me $40 a roll for 220 wiring is now like $400."
Yes.
And when you get price increases like that, you have to turn that over. You can't.
You do.
You can't just eat that.
No. We have seen rent increase over the last, I want to say, about 2 years. As the economy has changed, we have had to go up on our prices. In the last year, this obviously is our peak of rental prices, but it is unfortunate to us because we do have to have the money and things to turn around and be able to fix the things inside the rental. So we have went up on our rental prices, but like I said before, we do take Section 8, so that is something that we are blessed to offer. But yes, the process.
Well, on the Section 8, do you keep that pretty full?
Yes. Right now, currently, we have no rentals open in Dunlap, but we have probably, I would say, half our Section 8. So again, that is very great to us. We love helping out all the people in the community, and I know that sometimes people are limited to the rentals that they can take in Dunlap because some people don't offer Section 8. So we are very, happy to offer that.
And it seems like there's been, I've noticed over the past few years, more and more Section 8
Yes.
people needing Section 8, and it's not here.
Yes.
I mean, we have several, but
Yes.
they're full.
Yes, they are. And we actually plan to hopefully expand our rentals a little bit in the next couple of years. So we, strive to continue to offer Section 8 and keep them open, but like I said, it's very hard because honestly, I can have a rental come open today and it will be rented by tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's very quickly turned around.
Well, and too, even when you're looking out for new properties to purchase, then you think, well, they got that cheap, why can't they sell it cheap? Well, then when you get it cheap, you go in and find out there's a reason you got it cheap.
Yes.
There's a lot of
things
you got to fix,
Yes.
and even just paint.
Yes.
That's expensive now. You can't get that. Not like it was.
No.
I guess nothing's like it was.
No. And especially the labor that goes into it, we have to pay our workers, and the price of that has even went up. So we take care of our workers, and we enjoy doing that, but along with that is higher rent because of, we have to pay the renters workers. So.
Well, that's true. Everything has gone up, and maybe I won't get political here, but maybe our future will be a little brighter, I hope.
Yes.
But things, it's not like when I was growing up, things were cheaper. It's just prices go up all the time.
Yes.
But that seems like they've hit an extreme amount here, like say in the past 2 years.
Yes, they have.
Well, do you keep your rentals in Orange Beach? Do you keep them pretty full?
We do. We keep them pretty full. We have a company that rents it out for us if it does not get rented through someone we know. And we have just started this in the last 2 years. So the last 2 years, I want to say that 90% of our capacity was from local people. So we love to see that. We love whenever people post it on Facebook and we can see that they're enjoying the week down there. I actually leave on Monday to go down there and visit our properties. So I plan to post some pictures on our Facebook, and people can follow along there too.
All right. And what is that? The Facebook?
The Facebook is just Land's Rental Properties. So it will pop up and they can see it's a pink and white logo, and they can go on there, and we have our website to our rentals in Orange Beach as well we have an application process for the rentals here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's it. And of course, I know you just graduated 3 years ago?
I graduated 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Oh
Yes.
My goodness. Oh me.
Yes.
Time's getting away with me.
I know.
Because I remember you when you was 5th and 6th grade.
Yes.
You were a little girl then.
Yes.
But of course, like you said, you grew up with this in your life, and it was just kind of a natural thing to just transition to, wasn't it?
Yes, it was very natural. Like I said, I think that I have another sister and she's in it too, but it's just with me being here in Dunlap. She lives outside of Dunlap, so she lives on the mountain. With me being here and seeing it every day, and that's all I know. Growing up, my grandfather started it, and carried it over to my dad and my uncle, and then they've carried it down to me and my cousins. So it's a blessing to see how we can help people around the community. So.
Right, and I know, well, I've known your family for a long time, and I know y'all have had rental properties forever.
Yes, we have.
And and over time, sometimes things, even your good rental properties over time will wear down, and then you have to do a complete makeover.
Yes.
And that's expensive.
Yes, it is very expensive. We've had a few of those in the last year. I know that we've redone completely 3 apartments and 2 houses in the last 6 months. So,
wow.
Yes, it is a lot, but that goes along with, we try to even out, the prices of rent. We try not to go too high where people, may be like, oh, wow, for our valley, that's a little bit too high. So we try to keep in the mediocre range as we can. I
know, because I watch sometimes, and people are always wanting something cheap.
Yes.
And,
yes.
Of course, and I feel sorry for people
yes.
because you can only go with how much money you have,
mm-hmm.
but a lot of the rentals now are $1,200-$1,600 a month.
Yes.
Simply because that's the time we're in.
It is the time we're in, and it is very sad, and it pulls heavy on my heart sometimes to, whenever I'm interacting with people through our community, but we try to go above and beyond when we can to really help them. I work very well and closely with Kelly at Sethra. She does a great job with Section 8, and we just encourage those people to go and apply for Section 8 at Sethra in Dunlap, and once they're approved, they come back to us, and a portion of their rent and deposit is helped through Sethra. So it is very good to have that opportunity throughout Dunlap.
Well, it is, and it's an opportunity that probably more and more people need to take advantage of.
Yes.
A lot of people may not be aware that it's there.
Yes.
And it's, I know I grew up on welfare,
mm-hmm.
so I lived in housing projects, so I know all
yes.
about that. And, it's not something to be embarrassed about.
No.
Because if that's what you can afford, that's what you can afford.
Yes.
And, you don't wish to stay that way your whole life, and I didn't. I wanted to get out of that,
yes.
and I did eventually. But you just have to deal with what you have at the time.
Yes.
And work towards getting better.
Yes, it is a great thing to get into the Section 8 program, and it can help you get back onto your feet. If you need some help for like a short period of time or even a long period of time, they're willing to help you. They help with their electricity, your water, everything like that. And some of our properties, depending on where you're at, is included with your rent, but other times electricity is not. So that's something that Sethra also helps with. So it is great to have them.
Well, yeah, and I noticed, like you just mentioned, they're included. Some of them are included. That's always when I looked for some stuff years ago. I thought that was really neat. You could get like an all-in-one price,
yes.
basically,
yes.
and not worry about all the other stuff. You
no.
just pay it and it's done.
Yes, you know that at the first of the month, this is what's due, and it covers almost everything except your electricity. So it is really well to have that.
Yeah, because a lot of times, some of those bills are pretty much. Once you get started, they're pretty much the same.
Yes.
You have to take a few dollars. Now, electricity, that's a little different.
Yes, it is.
But pretty much like your water bill and things like that, they pretty much, or your cable bill, your internet, they're all
yes, they're pretty much the same everywhere.
So you don't have to worry a whole lot about that.
No.
Well, that's good that you can include that in. And I'm glad we want to make sure that everybody knows about the Sethra and the Section 8 because I know, there's some apartments over near Sethra
mm-hmm.
that, did they build those? I can't remember. I'm not sure if they had those built or not. I know they helped with them.
Yes.
And I can't remember. That's been a long time ago since they were built. But I know it's built for people in need,
mm-hmm.
That give them an opportunity to get out of whatever they were in.
Yes.
And if people, and I'm sure you've seen it, and your parents and grandparents have seen this, there's a lot of places if people got out and went around our county, they would see some really needful people and living conditions that are horrible.
Yes, they're everywhere throughout Dunlap, which is very sad. But whenever you get out and you can see and look around, if you're willing to help them, it is just at the end of the day, whenever you see a smile on their face, just by doing something as giving them $20 to go help with their electricity or something like that, their face lights up, and it is just, so well to just see that. But it is everywhere in our community, which is sad. But like I said, we're proud to offer Section 8, and that helps a lot of people out. So.
Well, I actually saw years ago a house that was being built for some people. Some local people were helping these people, and they had tar paper on their plywood, and that's as far as they got. Wow. And I thought, man, that's cold.
Yes, yes.
And they had an opportunity, but in this case, these people had an opportunity for some siding, and they got, the people that were getting everything got what was donated to them, and the people that were in the house said, well, I don't like yellow. I thought, okay. So, so that stopped that building process. But,
yes.
But, I thought, well, that's tar paper. I know they're cold.
Yes.
But there are houses out there like that all throughout the valley, or I know a lot of people have talked about their electricity bill being high.
Yes.
Well, when you look into that, you start looking at homes, and their insulation is not the greatest.
No.
And that's what helps, because your energy goes straight out your walls.
Yes.
And I know y'all work with that a lot, and
we do.
Try to make sure yours is not that way.
Yes, we work with that all the time. And especially if we've bought a property or a rental house, and then we're trying to redo it, we look at every little detail to see, how can we keep them the warmest, how can we keep them the safest, and all those things go into effect.
Right, because there's so many things about a house, just underneath the house, and making sure everything underneath is correct. And,
yes.
Making sure you have the right pipes, and now with this PEX pipe that doesn't freeze, that's
yes.
important.
Yes.
That help. I'm sure that helps y'all a lot.
It does. It does. It helps us tremendously.
And then you get into make sure that all electrical work is right, because
yes.
I think my house is almost 50 years old. And so some of the original electricity is still there. So
yes.
I'm going to have that checked.
Yes, yes. You don't want to, no.
I don't want to surprise one night.
No.
But, things like that go into, a lot of people don't think about the things that go into that.
Yes.
Just, they're little things, but it's a lot of little things. But when those little things, they add up and add up. And like you say, when you buy a new house or a new property, and then you start looking at it and go, man, we're going to have to put insulation on all these walls. There's no
yes.
insulation, or we're going to have to fix these. And, it's just a lot of things.
Yes, a lot of things go into that. And last year we were talking about, the demand for houses here, or rentals. Last year, we bought 2 houses next to each other, and before we could even do any work to them, we had people saying, we know you bought these, can we please rent them? And, it saddens us to say, no, we have to, go in and do a ton of work, but we do allow you to put down a deposit to hold the house for you. So,
that's nice.
And yes, it is nice to have that. So once you give us the deposit, and it's yours basically, and we just go in, fix everything, and then you can start renting it as soon as we're done. So that is nice to have too.
Yeah, and a lot of people talking about going in and fixing one. A lot of people don't realize that sometimes when you start to fix something, then you run into other problems.
Yes,
we got to fix this.
Yes.
Like you might find a leaky water line
yes.
somewhere, and you didn't intend to fix the water.
No.
Yes,
or the electricity, if plugins are not there correctly, then we have to go in and fix it. And along with the Section 8 that we offer, they have a strict front and back checklist that your property has to pass inspection on before the people can rent it. So, and we really like that, because we know, it's 100% safe for these people to live in. So we are, always passing those inspections, so it's great to know that we are, doing things right and getting them done correctly in a timely manner. So.
Right, because you don't want to wake up one night and hear that your house is on fire.
No.
And then realize, what was wrong?
No.
No. And realize that maybe there was something you overlooked or you did.
Yes.
Or didn't do.
Right.
And because I know that would stay on your mind for a long time.
Yes, it would. And that goes into, like, my phone is always with me. I answer it, every time it rings, because you never know what could be wrong. So, and my renters know that if they call me, if I don't answer, I'll text them right back, or I'll return their phone call the same day. So it's good to have a landlord like that will return your call and get to the problem quickly, because you never know what it could lead into if you don't fix it.
Right. And that's nice to know that you call them or text them right
yes.
back. because I know, you know, a lot of times you may be in the middle of something, can't really call them right then.
Yes.
But you can message them, say, hey, I'll get back with you in just a minute.
Yes.
And that's nice to know too, because not all landlords are like that.
No.
Especially like in like apartment complexes and
Yes.
things that. And I'm not criticizing the ones we have.
No.
But sometimes the landlords are hard to get into, and you
Yes.
can't. And you're trying to get so you've got a problem, and you can't get in touch with them, and the problem goes on and makes it bigger, and then they start, you know, nay-naying back and forth, you know.
Yes.
So.
And you have to go through multiple people. You know, you start at the top and then you work your way down to try to get to the landlord. That's something with us. You just go straight to me. So it is nice to have that too.
Yeah, and I know you're easy to talk to. I know
Yes.
that. I've known you forever, seems like, and so I know that when people talk to you, you have the same attitude. You work with them, and
Yes.
and you always come across in a helpful manner.
Well, thank you.
Well, I've known you forever, and
Yes.
I know you. And I don't think I've ever known you not to have a cheerful attitude.
No.
And working with people. Well, is there anything that maybe we haven't talked about you'd like to talk about about your properties, about what y'all do?
I don't think so. The only thing is that we mentioned them briefly, the rentals in Orange Beach. They are beachfront. It is a nice 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath apartment, you know, type complex. So it is nice and it's beachfront, like I said. So those people around here would love to, if they'd love to get a vacation, that's a perfect place to go.
And how can they contact you?
They can contact me at my phone number. It's 423-385-5744, or they can look on Facebook as well, and that was Land's Rental Properties.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being with us today.
Thank
I appreciate you being with us, and maybe we can rent some properties for you.
Yes, hopefully so. Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, folks, you can see this interview on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as BTC Fiber's cable channel 18. So until next time, have a great day. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.